it's another episode of the Boardroom. Who do I have with me today?
Most popular.
And how you feeling today? It's early, what is it, Monday? Sunday? I'm getting confused.
It's Monday. Good old Monday. I'm feeling good.
Tell the people where you from, man.
So, I was born in Puerto Rico, but I was raised in Bronx, New York. So, I'm from New York, I would say.
Okay. Where you at right now?
I'm located in Columbia, South Carolina, currently. That's where I reside.
How was your childhood?
Ooh, you know what? This might sound cliche, I don't know, but I had a fun childhood. Like, I actually played manhunt, tag, rode bikes, like the definition of a childhood. I can't say there was no dysfunction for me. It wasn't perfect, but I had a very nice time growing up with my friends at the time. Yeah, we were funny. We were comedians. A lot of comedy.
What is something that you would say since your childhood that you, like a lesson that you still carry with you today?
Look, we just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real. I was like the mother amongst my friends groups. I was like the mom. They call me old lady. I was the role model. I was the influencer. So I don't really regret anything. I love everybody I grew up with. I had a good time, lots of fun. But I would say now, thinking now as an adult, you know, people see, like, the issue is I've never had social media. I just started social media. So I come around, now I'm coming, meeting people that I ain't seen in a long time or whatever. People that probably didn't see me since I was like 14 years old. Mm-hmm. I'm in my 30s. I'm 36 years old now. And it's like, no, that's not who I was when I was 14. So you want to definitely take that into consideration, that your past haunts your future. Okay? And not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you know, people say I was a fighter, which I was. It's not that I was a fighter. I just didn't play no games. Like, don't come for me. I'm not the one to come for. I was violent back in the days, but that's not what defines me. That's not who I am.
You look like you was violent.
Yeah, I can be. look, I can as in present. But no.
So you have this podcast. Tell us about your podcast and what made you get started on that.
So the podcast came about, you know, I wanted to go into the music industry, which I am still working on that, but I'm not pushing that out right now. And because I knew that's not something that it was practical at the moment. You know, I was also moving. I lived in Cleveland also for a lot of years, and I was in the process of moving and making changes in my life. So I was like, what's something that I can do that is steady that I can attack now? And I was like, you know what, let me do a podcast. And let me since I'm not going to be able to be a musician and do the music thing, let me attack the musicians. That's what it started off. I was just going to interview artists, but then I was like, no, there's more than just artists, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's how that came about.
And what is your purpose for it? Like, what is the end game?
That's a good question. The purpose of the Most Popular podcast is basically to give a platform to up-and-coming entrepreneurs, entertainers, anybody. And it's not just music. If you're doing something to entertain, to inform, and to show, I want to interview you. I want to give you a chance to speak to your fans, your followers, and basically get a little insight of who you are, how you started, why are you doing what you're doing, you know? Because let's be realistic. Underdogs, they don't get exposure. And, you know, social media is running the world right now. And you won't get that love if you don't have the followers, if you don't have the labels. And it's not all about that. Talent doesn't have a face. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And just to piggyback off of what you're saying, like, a lot of people feel like you got to be a big artist already to get money out of this.
Right. No, you don't.
So, like you said, they need people like you and your platform for those people that already figured it out. Mm-hmm. They just need to keep.
Yeah, and they, you know, everybody who's doing something has a goal. They want to be recognized. They want to be noticed. And I want to make you feel famous and most popular. You know, I'm most popular, but you're most popular too with what you're doing. So come on over.
That's dope.
Let's be most popular.
What is your idea of a wonderful date?
A date?
Like a date night. Like what's the
Oh my
perfect
God.
date night?
I haven't been on a date in years. I feel like a virgin all over again.
I was gonna say something smart, but
A date, a date night. I mean, I love to eat, so we definitely got to go out to eat somewhere. I'm a pescatarian, so gotta go get some seafood.
Yeah.
I would say the movies, but look, I like to talk. I do. So I like movies, but I don't love movies, so I wouldn't say movie. Look, I like to travel. We can travel, and we don't gotta sleep with each other. We can still travel, right?
Hell no.
Yes, we can. We don't even know each other like that. You sleep in your bed, I sleep in my bed.
Nah. Once that ticket is purchased, like stop.
How? Why do we have to sleep with each other because we got on a plane and went somewhere?
Let's stay in the state then. Once somebody take I feel niggas like once you take somebody out in the city, it's like
that ain't even right. That ain't look. We could explore and get to know each other. First of all, not true. We might know if we want each other or not.
Right.
Think
we
about
can
it.
Figure that out before the plane and all that. Before the bags get back. Like,
True. But no, maybe going out to eat, just chilling. I like to. I won't say I'm spontaneous, but I like to have fun. I love to dance. We can definitely go out to dance.
So how do you feel about what's your take on police brutality at this moment in life? And that's across the board.
Yeah, I'm from New York City, so police brutality is something that's like sort of became a norm in that city.
That's why I be trying to tell people like be used to that.
Yeah. So, and I remember doing a paper in college about the police brutality, and I learned a lot, But I'm not saying that the police are right or wrong, just like I'm not saying that the people are right or wrong. But people can be very ignorant. People need to understand, like, everybody's a human, regardless. And if you give somebody a hard time, what kind of end result do you expect? Not all police officers are mean. Not all of them are abusive. And it's unfortunate that they all get judged and it's the stigma and the stereotype or whatever. But I guess it all depends on the situation of how the brutality comes about. Because if I'm a police officer and you punch me in my face, now if I punch you back, it's police brutality. Mm-hmm. So, what are the circumstances? But no, I don't agree with police brutality. And for those of you officers who are not doing the right thing, get your shit together.
So tell us, what is a topic that's burning you up right now that you've been wanting to just get to somebody and talk about, but you ain't finding the right people to talk to about it? It could be about anything.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good question. Topic that I would love to discuss. I would like to discuss all the topics that people in the industry are afraid to discuss. Like the fakeness, the shadiness, we gonna get there. And I feel like everybody's a hypocrite. Everyone has to be a hypocrite at some point. There's gonna be times you're gonna be in places you don't want to be, but you have to be there. So you're a hypocrite, right? Because you're making that choice to still be there. But the two-facedness is totally, that's a choice. You're choosing to put yourself in that situation. But I just feel like if you start something, especially if you start something with someone, it's not all about how it turns out. For me, it's more like, let's get together, let's make something happen, and let's see where it takes us from there. And you know what? If it works out better for you and you get chosen, cool. I'm supportive. Mm-hmm. But for you to sit there and just run along and just forget about the people that helped you with it, that's wrong. Loyalty, I know it's overrated, but I don't play that shit. I'm very loyal. I'm very considerate. So I want people to be that way too. Like, don't play with people's time. Don't say you're gonna do something and not do it. And if you can't do it, just say, hey, look, I can't do it. I don't want to. Look, I don't want to do it. All right, cool. Move on. That's it.
So, in your city, you're a female, clearly. Is there an issue trying to move how you want to move with as far as being in the podcast world and the entertainment world? Have you had any issues with the guys, or is everything kind of running smooth and across the board?
I mean, let's start with when I announced I wanted to do music. Oh, you gotta get a BBL. Oh, you gotta get your body done. It's like, why the fuck do I gotta get my body done to be an artist? Number one. So that, of course, I came across that. Of course, guys hitting on me and trying to get with me, and if I don't, I haven't been disrespected so far. But backs have been given to me. People they don't want to work with me no more because I'm very friendly. I'm very jolly. Let me not say friendly. Very jolly. I love to smile. I guess I come off flirtatious, but it ain't about that. Like, I like to give good energy. So maybe people take it the wrong way. And this is for women and men. And they're like feeling like, okay, yeah, I'm about to get something out of it. And then when they see, I'm very strict. And when I'm doing business, I'm all about my business. And they see that and it's like they get turned off. It's like, oh shit, she's serious. Yeah. So yeah, I've been experiencing a little bit of that. She ain't giving it up. I'm a virgin again.
Do you feel like social media, what is your take on social media and its effects on the human mind these days?
I mean, social media is definitely important to have. Whoever, created all of this, good for you, for everyone. But it has its negative effects because some people, they forget, like, that's not reality. This is reality. And, the standards, that's the part I don't like about the social media, the standards that it holds. You don't have to look like that person. You don't have to wear what they're wearing. It doesn't have to be that way. Do what you're doing and put yourself out there and see if that works for you. Because we all started somewhere, especially content creators. That's what made them famous. That's what you're unique and known for. So, yeah. I would say that's the standards. And, sometimes standards can bring people down and made you feel degraded and like you're not good enough. And you shouldn't feel that way, do you?
That's a fact. So before we go, leave us with some positive words and let us know where we can find you at on social media.
Well, I can be found on Instagram at Dama Popular, and that just basically means popular lady in Spanish. And then also YouTube, my YouTube channel for my most popular podcast is most popular, the number 1, and then the word podcast on YouTube. Positive words. Listen, it's just so much. Like, I'm still learning. I'm new to this. I'm learning myself. I'm making mistakes. I'm picking myself up. But what I would say is, like, when people say consistency, that is real. Like, don't give up. Like, don't feel like, oh, nobody's listening to my song. Nobody's giving me likes. Just do what you want to do. Like, if you want to do 5 things at the same time, do your 5 things, and whatever works will work. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged, because there's too many people in this world. Somebody's gonna see you. Somebody's gonna like you.
And that's it, folks. We're gonna catch y'all next week for another episode of Boardroom Interview.
Thank you for having me. Oh, that was cool. Thank you.
Two things.
Yeah.